Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle getting ready for the start of this district doubleheader between the Lovington Wildcats and the Artesia Bulldogs. I'm TJ Miracle. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups. We will start with our Lovington Wildcats. Of course, they are the visiting team today, although they're coming out as the home team here in Game 1. That's right, we are the home team because this was supposed to be at our place, but because of the way some things worked out, we are in Artesia. So we are the home team, so we will start with the visiting Artesia Bulldogs. Batting first and playing second will be Devin Fierro. Batting second is the first baseman, Josh Madrid. Hitting in the 3 spot, center fielder David Molina. Batting cleanup is the catcher, Simon Jimenez. Batting fifth and pitching, Robert Morales. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Marcos Tavera. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, Nia Estrada. Batting eighth, and playing in right field, Caden Lecter, and batting in the 9 slot is the left fielder, Trenton Knowlton. For your home team, Lovington Wildcats, yep, we're the home team, even though we are away. Batting first and playing third will be Diego Brito. Hitting in the number 2 slot is the shortstop, Luis Garcia. Batting third and catching will be Victor Tejeda. In the 4 slot is the first baseman, Jordi Tavera. Batting fifth and pitching, Jonathan Aceves. Hitting in the 6th slot will be the center fielder, Gilbert Sanchez. Batting 7th, playing left field, Damian Nava. Batting 8th, playing right field, Ryan Marquez. And batting 9th is the second baseman, Cayman Ochoa. So we are ready to go. We will set the Cats up for you on the defensive side. Aceves on the hill, Tejeda behind the plate. They are your battery for today. Then you've got Tavera, Ochoa, Garcia, and Brito, Nava, Sanchez, and Marquez from left to right. So here at Brainerd Park in Artesia, we are ready to go as Devin Fierro will step to the plate, and we are ready as Aceves on the hill gets the sign, and we are underway. First pitch shows bunt, lays one down, kind of unexpected, comes down the third baseline. Aceves gets to it, fires to first, but not going to be in time as the infield bunt single, and that has Artesia in business here early. So runner at first is now Josh Madrid. The first baseman will come to the plate. The Cats in the blue tops with the white pants, white letters and numbers, Lovington in script across the chest for Artesia. They are in the white unis with the orange letters and numbers. As Madrid will step in now from the stretch, Aceves will check in with Tejeda, gets the sign, checks on his runner over at first, and he will try the pickoff move. Pretty good move there. The sweep tag by Tavera not going to be in time to get Fierro. Almost had him leaning towards second. And Aceves with a pretty deceptive move and just misses getting him. Not quite enough of a leadoff for Fierro. Gets about a step over there as Tavera holds him on. As the wind in the first pitch showing bunt, pulling it back, and it's in there, strike one, but having a little bit of trouble hanging onto the baseball is Tejeda, so Fierro will move down. Fierro with the stolen base, and now runner in scoring position for Lovington. Looking to play spoiler against Artesia, 10-5 overall, 6-2. They are in second in the district, and Artesia going to want to win both of these games to keep pace with Goddard, who right now leads the district. As the wind and the 0-1, and that one is just going to miss outside, even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Runner at first is Fierro, who bunted his way on, then stole second. Jonathan from the stretch. Going to check on Fierro over at second. Outfield playing fairly shallow. Sanchez a little deep as popping off the hill is Aceves and basically staring Fierro back. With Garcia and Ochoa up the middle. Dimensions here at Brainerd Park, 349 down the right field line, 352 left field, and 255 dead away center with a green monster. As that pitch will come in and nip the inside corner, belt high, and that'll be strike 2. So it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count underway here in the top of the first inning. Even though we are in Artesia, Lovington is the home team. Oh, a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Aceves with the ball behind his back. Checks in on Fierro over at second. The big kick and the pitch swung on, and that one will be lifted high in the air down the right side. Giving chase is Marquez, but that one is going to go out and into the batting cages. So the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Temperature here in Artesia right at 100 degrees as we get this district doubleheader underway. This was originally scheduled, of course, to be Lovington's last games. But because of the rain out on Saturday, we will have one in Portales on Thursday. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Madrid at the plate. Jonathan will kick and fire. Swung on and missed. Took a little bit off of that one and ring him up and sit him down. And there is one away. Nice pitch there from Estevez. And so one down now is Davian Molina. The center fielder will come to the plate. Another lefty for this Artesia Bulldog squad. So runner at second. In the outfield, not playing tremendously deep. The wind blowing from right to left here at Brainerd Park. Of course, one of the nicer parks we get to go to. As the wind and the first pitch, fastball on the outside corner. Nice pitch to Molina, and that'll be called strike one. No balls, 1 strike the count. Fierro at second. Bunted his way on to start the game on the very first pitch, then stole second. Oh, a no ball, 1 strike count. Jonathan does take his time up on the hill as Tejeda sets up inside. Wind and the pitch runner goes. Throw down to third. Not going to be in time to get the speedy Fierro. And so he's stolen a couple of bases. The pitch at the plate was a ball, by the way. So it's a 1-ball, 1 strike count. Hitter at the plate is David Molina. Well, Molina steps out now, steps back in. And Estevez ready to go. Back from the wind and the 1-1 pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up into shallow left field. Nava goes over into foul ground. And on the run, can't make the grab. And since he missed it, even though it was in foul ground, tagging up and taking home is Fierro after he got a piece of the ball. And so that will put Artesia up early by a score of 1-0. You'll have to forgive me if the numbers are a little off on the screen, because I do believe we have Artesia listed as the home team. So I'll try and keep all this straight on our score bug here. And so and actually they're going to say that was a fair ball, so it will be a blue double for Davian Molina, and that'll be an RBI. So that'll bring Jimenez to the plate as Estevez hops off the mound and stares Molina back in. So Jimenez at the plate. New batter at the plate. As I thought that was in foul ground, but apparently not. So runner at first with a 1-0 lead, for runner at second, I should say, for Artesia. As the wind in the pitch, and that one is going to be popped up over on the left side. Going out into foul ground is Brito, and he will make the grab on the pop out for out number 2. So 2 down. And so now it'll be Robert Morales, the pitcher for Artesia, coming to the plate, looking to help his own cause. His team has already staked him to 1-0 lead. And so Molina stands at second after the bloop double. Out on the left side. And so Morales, the righty, Molina at second. Estevez from the stretch. Ochoa over there keeping Molina honest. As Estevez will set, now he'll hop off the mound with 2 outs. Wouldn't worry quite so much about the runners on base. We need to worry more about the man at the plate. So the number 5 hitter Morales is going to be pitching here in this first game for Artesia. As Estevez will set, fire, and that one's going to be hit off the hands. 1 hop to Ochoa at second. He'll toss it over to first in time to Tavera. 4-3. For out number 3, but Artesia pushes 1 across in the top half of the first inning. So after a half inning of play, it's Artesia 1, Lovington coming to bat. This is Lovington Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
For Artesia in the top of the first inning, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors committed, and 1 runner left on base. So we go to the bottom of the first. Diego Brito will lead it off for the Wildcats, followed, of course, by Luis Garcia, then Victor Tejeda. Jordy Tavera bats in the cleanup spot. Jonathan Aceves hits 5th. Batting 6th is Gilbert Sanchez. Hitting number 7 is Damian Nava. In the 8th slot will be Ryan Marquez, and batting 9th will be Cayman Ochoa. For the Artesia Bulldogs, defensively, it's Morales on the hill. Jimenez is his battery mate. Infield, first to third, is Madrid, Fierro, Estrada, and Tavera. The outfield from left to right, Knowlton, Molina, and Lecter. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on a beautiful afternoon. Even if it is a bit warm for baseball, hey, we're not complaining. We are getting to play, and that is the most important thing. So as Brito will lead things off for your Lovington Wildcats, Diego steps in, shakes the hand of the umpire, and Diego and his pink bat are ready to go. So Morales, after his infield comes in around him, is up on the hill, and he's ready to go. Diego with the open stance, and the wind, and the first pitch to Brito is going to be in there, called strike 1. Oh, a no ball, 1 strike count as Morales with the big kick, a quick worker, and the pitch fastball outside evens things up. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count, bottom of the first inning, Artesia up 1-0 on just a little bit of a bloop. And so Morales looks in, gets the sign from Jimenez, kicks and fires, and that one is going to be up around eyeball level for ball 2. Oh, a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Again, Lovington looking to play spoiler. Make it very difficult on Artesia if Lovington can even get the split here today. And the 2-1 pitch off of the hands and over on the right side. And that one is going to get up into the screening as Jimenez slides into the retaining wall. Ouch. Got to be careful with that. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's up and doing all right. To be honest with you, that kind of hurt just watching it from up here. Outfield for Artesia playing about halfway back. Infield pretty much their normal positions on a sunny, warm afternoon here in Artesia. 2-2 pitch on the way from Morales, and that one is going to be low and away. And so that will run the count full to Diego Brito, the leadoff hitter for the Cats. So the 3 ball, 2 strike count. Garcia waits on deck. The kick from Morales, and the pitch took something off of that one, and it is up and in, ball 4. And so Brito will work the leadoff walk. And so now the Wildcats in business, trying to get that 1 run back. Lovington 2-15 on the season, just 1-8 in district. Artesia 10-5 overall, 6-2 in district. And very important for the Wildcats to get the win and maybe even the split. See if they can play spoiler for Artesia. As Garcia steps in, and he'll show bunt, pull it back, but it is in there, called strike 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Runner at first is Diego Brito. Worked the leadoff walk after getting it into a full count situation. They're going to make Morales work in the heat just a little bit. Morales also listed as the DH, so when they have to do any switching off, he will still be in there to bat, and he'll put the foot off of the mound and basically stare Diego back over to first. Madrid holds him on over there. And the next pitch is going to be in there for a called strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Luis. It's going to be close now. He has got to swing at it. They're probably going to choke up just a little bit. Facing an 0-2 count, has to go into plate protection mode. Let's see if Morales comes after him here, and the wind in the pitch, and he does. And a good breaking ball, but breaks too much down and in. So it'll make a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Again, Madrid holding on Brito, who worked the leadoff walk over at first. Outfield playing about halfway back and fairly straight away. Garcia, he's still on it in a pickoff attempt, and back in is Brito. Of course, the field here at Brainerd Park in Artesia has the artificial surface everywhere but the mound, kind of like Sportsman's Park in Hobbs. Very similar playing surface, although I think there's a lot more foul ground here. And the 1-2 pitch, that's a hard shot on the ground, but right at the second baseman, Lecter. To the shortstop, Estrada, then over to first, and the huge stretch by Madrid, and got him 4-6-3 on the double play. So the DP 4-6-3, and there are 2 away just like that for the Cats on the twin killing. So 2 down, and now that'll bring Victor Tejeda up to the dish for the Wildcats after the double play. As Garcia, nice job there, hit it hard, but right where Fierro was stationed, playing second. So the 4-6-3, and Lovington with 2 down here in the top of the first. And so now Tejeda steps in, and the first pitch to Victor is going to be outside, ball 1. A 1-ball, no strike count. Victor not wasting much time there at the plate. Molina ready to, or rather Morales ready to go too in the pitch. That'll be outside, ball 2. Tejeda with pretty good power if he can find a way on. Tavera waits on deck. Either one of those guys, if they catch it, can put it out. And the 0-2 pitch, 2-0 pitch, yeah, becomes strike 1. There we go. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. I'll get it all straightened out at some point. And the pitch is quickly back to work, and that'll make it a 3-ball and 1 strike count. So now you've got to think Morales not going to want to lose Tejeda. So he's probably going to come right at him. Might see a good pitch. And the 3-1, as that one's going to be up and away on the changeup, and that'll be the second walk of the inning. And so Lovington with 2 outs now, with a man once again on first with Victor Tejeda, who will have a courtesy runner check in the game. That's Weiser, called up from the JV after their season ended. So Weiser will head over to first, a courtesy run for Tejeda. So now it'll be Jordy Tavera to the plate. Tavera, the first baseman. We'll probably see him at some point on the hill this afternoon. With 1 swing of the bat, he can give the Cats the lead. So Tavera will settle in. Sets up as close to the plate pretty much as he can get in the wind. In the first pitch, fastball letter high. Jordy probably not going to see a better pitch than that all afternoon to hit, but lets it go into the glove of Jimenez, and it is a no-ball, 1 strike count. Runner at first is Weiser, running for Tejeda, who worked the walk. Madrid will hold him on, and the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up into the infield as the wind carries it over and out of the reach of a diving Tavera. And on his horse and heading to third is Weiser. And so Tavera with the little bloop infield single. And there are Cats at the corners. I'm not sure why Tavera stayed on that one. Probably should have been Estrada's ball. Had some funny English on it. And so a timeout on the field. I think maybe we've, losing some wristbands and such. And so now with Cats at the corners, Jonathan Aceves with a chance to help his own cause out. He'll step to the plate with Tavera at first and Weiser at third. So Cats on the corners as Aceves settles into the right side box. Neutral stance, Morales from the stretch. Makes a long look into Jimenez. Gets his sign. Now he's ready to go. Jimenez sets up on the outside. Pickoff attempt over at first as Jordy back in. Standing up. No big deal. Coach Deck over at third. Giving Weiser the rundown on exactly what he wants him to do. As Aceves settles back into the right side box. Can't really dig in on the turf, or he would be. As Morales' pace has slowed noticeably with runners on. And the first pitch to Jonathan, and that one is going to be on the outside corner, letter high, strike 1. So far through the early going, the ump has called that pitch for both sides. Our angle may look a little high, but it's probably right on the money down there. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Morales kicks and fires, and that one will be swung on. And Q shot it out of play, and that one's heading over to 13th Street. And so Aceves now going to have to play plate protection, trailing no balls, 2 strikes. In game 1 against Portales the other night, Lovington in that first game stranding 10 runners in the ball game. Ended up being a big difference in a 4-run loss. So timely hitting, timely hitting, timely hitting. We've talked about it all season long. So Aceves back in as Morales will set up around the chin, and the pitch swung on and missed. The curve ball got Jonathan well out in front, so strike him out for out number 3 after an inning of play It's Artesia 1, Lovington nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
When it comes to hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
General Welding Supply, Inc., the only locally owned and operated welding supply shop in Lee County. Why is shopping local important? There are many reasons. Shopping local keeps your dollar right here in Lee County. The staff at General Welding Supply shops the same stores you do. How about support? General Welding Supply supports local by sponsoring schools and youth sports. Shop General Welding Supply in Hobbs and Lovington. General Welding Supply, a proud supporter of Lovington sports. Find them fast.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. In the Cats' half of the first, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. So Lovington trailing 1-0 as we go to this top of the second inning. Marcos Tavera will lead it off. He'll be followed by Nye Estrada, then Caden Lecter. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Artesia. And so it'll be Tavera to the plate as Aceves steps in. So Aceves, a pretty good first inning, just a little bloop double. The difference in this one right now in the 1-0 lead. And the first pitch, and Tavera will take that one out, and that one's heading to the street for strike one. Oh, a no ball, 1 strike count. Marcos Tavera leading off for Artesia. Just a reminder, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of game 1, we will have game number 2 of this district doubleheader. Lovington is the home team, despite us being in Artesia. They could get umpires here, we couldn't at home. As the 0-1 pitch on the way, as that one is going to be low and away, and we'll even things up. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. As Aceves already ready to go, the sign from Tejeda. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be drilled to deep left field. That's going back, and that will be off of the wall. Rounding first, heading to second is Tavera. Getting to it is Nava, and firing back in, but it is a leadoff double to deep left field for Marcos Tavera. So Artesia going to threaten here in the top half of the second inning. And that'll bring up Nye Estrada to the plate, the shortstop. Estrada wears number 17. So Estrada to the plate with a runner at second. That's Tavera, who led things off with the leadoff double. Aceves kind of hung an off-speed pitch there, and Tavera got all over it. So Aceves from the stretch, he'll fire, and that one shows bunt, gets away from the catcher Tejeda. It'll be ball 1, and on the passed ball, that'll move Tavera down to third. It'll be ball 1 at the plate. We'll see for sure. Didn't seem to save the strike, but it didn't seem to save ball either. So we know it's either 1-0 or 0-1. So it's a ball 1, and the wind and the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be drilled foul down the third baseline, and even things up. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Tavera stands at third after the leadoff double, and then moved to third on a passed ball. And it's 1-1 to Estrada at the plate. Aceves back from the wind. Will kick and deliver, and that one is going to be hard on the ground. It's going to find its way through between short and third. It's going to go out into left field, and that is going to cash in Tavera, and it is an RBI single to left for Estrada. So that will make it Artesia 2, Lovington nothing, and still a man on. So now Caden Lecter to the plate, the right fielder for these Bulldogs. Lecter ready to go as he'll step into the right side box. A little lead for Estrada over at first. About a step and a half as Tavera going to hold him on over there. Outfield shifting a little bit to the left. Aceves will kick and fire, and that one will be away for ball 1. And get my score bug to reset here. There we go. So 1 ball, no strikes the count. 2-0 Artesia in the lead. Pretty good lead for Estrada. Inching it out towards 2 steps. Tavera holds him on. Pickoff attempt, sliding back in. is Estrada. Pretty good speed over there. Pretty much going to have to get him another half step or so and lean in to get him. So it's a 1-ball, no strike count. Runner at first. Outfield has moved back just a little bit. Sanchez shading slightly over into the hole in left center. As Aceves will kick and fire the 1-0, and that one is going to be low for ball 2. So a 2-ball, no strike count. Fletcher steps out a minute. Now he's back in, waves the bat. Aceves takes a long look in at Tejeda, gets the sign, infield at double play depth. Jonathan ready. Now he'll pop off the mound and fake the throw over to first. Sliding back in is Estrada. Well, that's one thing that some of Lovington's pitching staff this year, they've been real worried about the runners on the base paths. And the kick and the pitch, and that'll be off the hands, and it'll be just a little bloop that is going to fall into right center field, and it's going to be misplayed by Sanchez. Getting to it is Marquez, and getting it in. The relay throw to home, and not going to be a throw, and that'll score Estrada all the way from first. So Lecker with the double to right, as that one didn't look like it was going to do much. But it just kind of kept carrying and then fell in, and then slightly misplayed by Sanchez. Didn't take a real good angle. And so Artesia up 3-0. So now it'll be Trenton Knowlton to the plate with nobody out here in the top of the second inning. It was Aceves from the stretch. He'll check on Ecker over at first. He'll kick and fire to the plate, and that one going to be just low to Knowlton for ball 1. 1-ball, no strike count. Knowlton, the tall kid, wears the high water socks and the stirrup-esque socks. Traditional look, and the pitch swung on, and that one's off the hands. It'll be a chop shot. Garcia at short will fire it over to Tavera at first. Plenty of time, 6-3 for out number 1, but it will move the runner over to third. So 1 away now for Artesia here in the top half of the second inning. Yes, we are in Artesia, but we are the home team. If you are just tuning in to turn it over, as Devin Fierro to the plate. He had a bunt single on the very first pitch of the game to start this off, then stole a couple of bases and then scored on the RBI double by Molina. Aceves going to stay in the stretch. He'll kick and fire, swung on. That'll be a little slow roller on the hop. Garcia with it over to Tavera at first in time, but it'll be an RBI sacrifice. He's out. 6-3 for out number 2, but he will get the RBI as that'll cash in Lecker. And so just like that, it is 4-0 in favor of Artesia. There is 2 outs now, as it'll be Josh Madrid to the plate. So Madrid, the lefty, settles in. Neutral stance, and the wind, and the first pitch swung on. That one is lifted high in the air, going to deep left center field. On the way is Sanchez, and he and Nava, a little bit of miscommunication, and it falls between the two of them. Somebody has got to call that and take control, and so a little oopsie double that should have been out number 3, but it'll be the double to left. Not sure you can call that an error, because it was a little hard. They both had to run a long way to get to it, Nava and Sanchez both. But it keeps the inning alive, and so now it'll be Molina. He had the RBI double to left his last time up. Just a little oopsie for him. He does it again. It'll be 5-0 as Aceves off of the hill, and Madrid scampers back to second. Garcia and Ochoa, both at least in the neighborhood. Garcia more so to keep him honest. He's got about a 3-step lead over there. Now he's going to move back just a little bit as Ochoa comes over. And the wind in, the first pitch at the plate, and that one is going to be popped up over on the left side. As getting rid of the mask is Tejeda, but going to run into the screen before he can get to it, and so it'll just be strike 1 to Molina. No balls and 1 strike the count. Lovington trailing 4-0 here in the early going of this district matchup. Very hot afternoon here in Artesia in the Pecos Valley. 100 degrees right at game time. At least that's what the thermometer on the bank said and what the thermometer in my car said. So it's a no ball, 1 strike count. Molina at the plate. As Aceves gets his sign from Tejeda, he'll come to the plate and the pitch. Beautiful pitch, ladder high, right over the heart of the plate. And it'll be a called strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Artesia has already struck 3 times in this inning, looking to add more to it. With 2 outs, Lovington looking to shut him down with no more damage being done. So Estevez going to take his time, worrying about Madrid over on second. Tejeda sets up inside the wind of the pitch, and fouling that one back into the netting to stay alive is Molina. So Molina with the hard foul back to the screen will stay alive. Lovington trying to get out of this one with no more damage being done. As settling back in will be Molina. As Estevez settles back in on the hill, puts the ball behind his back, waits for his signal, gets it from Tejeda. Now he'll set at the letters, and the 0-2 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be ripped foul down the first base line and roll all the way out into the big foul territory here at Brainerd Park. If I'm not mistaken, of course, Brainerd Park, a former minor league park from the old Texas-New Mexico League, the old Longhorn League. Numerous minor leagues over the years. Really nice facility. So a no ball, 2 strike count. Estevez on the hill, struggling a little bit here in the second. Runner at second is Madrid. Estevez will kick and fire, and that one is going to be ripped foul just past the Artesia dugout. So the count will stay no balls and 2 strikes. So the no ball, 2 strike count. And I promise before game 2, I will get everything on the score bug correct where it needs to be that has Lovington as the home team. So a no ball, 2 strike count. Molina at the plate. Estevez on the hill trying to go ahead and shut him down. Get out of this inning with no more damage being done. And the kick and the pitch, runner goes. That one is high, ball 1. The throw down not going to be in time. Sliding in safely is Madrid. He'll have a stolen base. So that'll put a runner at third, and it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Molina at the plate. So Molina, you've got to think, going to be in plate protection mode here himself, as they want to cash in Madrid. As the Estevez rocks and fires, and that one going to be swung on. Off the end of the bat, it'll be a slow roller. Ochoa handles it at second, fires it to Tavera at first. Plenty of time, 4-3 for out number 3, but the damage is done as 3 more runs come across in the top of the second. After an inning and a half, it's Artesia 4, Lovington nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. For Artesia in the top of the second, 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 runner on base. Leading it off for the Cats here in the bottom of the second, it'll be Gilbert Sanchez, who will be followed by Damian Nava, then Ryan Marquez. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Cats. They trail by 4. On the hill, Morales, he'll throw, and that first pitch to Gilbert is going to be inside for ball 1. Let me switch the sides here. There we go. And it's a 1 ball, no strike count. Sanchez at the plate. Lovington trails. Morales, quick worker when nobody's on base. He'll deal the 1-0, and that one's going to be high for ball 2. He did give up 2 walks in the first inning. Lovington unable to cash in. The double play definitely hurt the Cats in the 2-0 pitch. Gilbert shows bunt, pulls it back, but it is in there on the knee level outside corner. And it's a 2 ball and 1 strike count. So quickly, the 2-1 pitch from Morales, and that one is going to run away, ball 3. So 3-1 the count. So Sanchez with a 3-1 count. You got to think maybe If he sees something he can handle, he will have the green light. And the 3-1 pitch shows bunt, pulls it back, but it is right at the letter level. Little noon to 6 breaker, and it broke late, and it'll run the count full to Sanchez. So now Gilbert going to have to know that he's going to have to take care of that one, and the payoff pitch on the way, and that one's going to be outside, ball 4. So that'll be the third walk of the afternoon issued by Morales, and so that'll bring Damian Nava to the plate. So Nava will step in. Nava playing left field here this afternoon for the Wildcats. Runner at first is Sanchez. Good speed over there. Cats have yet to test the arm of Jimenez behind the plate. So Damian settles in towards the middle of the right side box. From the stretch, Morales. Now he's going to step off the rubber. Didn't even really look Gilbert's way, but he'll head back to first anyway. Madrid will hold him on over there. So now Morales, he sets around the chin. He'll toss, and a bunt. That one's going to be popped up and foul into the screening for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, the count. Cats trailing 4-0 here in the second, but trying to get something going. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Gilbert Sanchez worked the leadoff walk. Another base runner for the Wildcats. And the wind in the pitch as the runner goes as the throw down from Jimenez, and that one is going to get away from Estrada, but Fierro there to back him up, knocks it down, but it'll be a stolen base for Sanchez. That one sailed on Jimenez a little bit. Evens the count at 1-1 to Damian at the plate. As Jimenez going to go out and talk to Morales just a moment. So while we have a moment, I'd like to say thank you all season for watching and listening to Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Sports. We're starting back with volleyball and football and coming all the way through the baseball and softball season. Proud to be able to offer you these games in audio and video form all season long, thanks to all of our great supporters. So the conference at the mound is over, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Nava at the plate. Sanchez at second with a pretty good lead. Both the middle infielders shading over to keep him honest, and the 1-1 pitch swung on, took something off of that one, and Nava can't zero in on it, and it's now 1-2. And Nava going to step out, look down at Coach Deck. Coach Deck pretty much tells him, yep, just see if you can give it a ride. He'll stay down at the end of the bat, doesn't choke up on it. As Morales ready to go, says he's got the pitch he wants, looks into Jimenez, and the 1-2 delivery on the way, swung on, and did he get a piece of it? Yes, he did, and Jimenez not able to hold on to it, and so Nava will hang on, and he'll survive to see another pitch. Good job by Nava to foul that one off against Morales. Lovington trailing by 4. Would love to get some runs going here. Get back in this game here in the bottom of the second inning. Trying to play spoiler for the Bulldogs and their hopes of getting into the playoffs. And the 1-2, and that breaking ball is in there. Called strike 3. Buckled Damian's knees a little bit, and there is one down. That was a good pitch. Credit where credit is due from Morales. So now it'll be Ryan Marquez to the plate, the right fielder for your Cats. Marquez hits from the left side. He is a righty in the field, and when he's pitching, but he does hit from the left. So Marquez will settle into the left side box, slightly open stance. Runner at second is Sanchez. About 2.5 steps for Gilbert out there. As Morales will set high and come to the plate. Ryan will take the first pitch on the inside corner, let her high, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike count. As Ryan settles back in. Jimenez gives the sign, sets up on the inside. Morales checks Gilbert, and now he'll come to the plate, showing bunt and pushing it foul is Marquez, and so he's quickly down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Tried to go out and get it and just kind of punched it out there. Really, when you've got Ryan's speed, you don't want to punch it. You want to just see if you can lay it down one of the lines and then beat it out, and that would probably, well, there's no probably to it, it would get Gilbert to third. But now with 2 strikes, no bunt really possible here. I guess you could, but if you foul it, you're out. So it's a no ball, 2 strike count, and the pitch swung on and missed. and back-to-back strikeouts, and there are 2 down for the Wildcats here in the bottom half of the second. So that'll bring the number 9 hitter, Cayman Ochoa, to the plate. Ochoa coming up from the JV. Playing second base this afternoon, at least here in game number 1. If I'm not mistaken, this is Ochoa's first varsity start. So Ochoa sets up at the back of the box and as close to the plate as he can get. Slightly open stance. 2 away for the Cats, and the first pitch is going to be away. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes that count. 4-0 Artesia in the lead. We are in the bottom of the second inning. District matchup from Artesia, but Lovington is the home team. Again, was supposed to be in our place, but couldn't get umpires this afternoon. They could over here in Eddy County. So that's why we're here, so we could play. As off the hill is Morales, and scampering back over is Sanchez. No, it's a 1 ball and no strike count. Artesia in the lead, 2 down here in the bottom of the second for Lovington. Oh, and the 1-0 count to Ochoa. And the pitch, curveball, that doesn't break nearly enough, and that is going to be ball 2. If you're going to throw that, you got to be careful. If it gets a little bit lower, it's going to hang up, and somebody's going to tee off on it. So the 2 ball, no strike count. Outfield about halfway back, and the pitch, that one is going to be up and away, ball 3. If you're Artesia, you definitely don't want to lose the number 9 hitter in the Lovington lineup and turn it over to Brito. So a 3 ball, no strike count. Of course, Lovington will love nothing better than to get Cayman on and to turn it over to Diego. Have to see if the take sign's on here, and it is, and it's a fastball right down the pipe. Strike 1. So 3-1 the count. And again, the take sign, you got to think from Ochoa on all the way. Gilbert Sanchez at second, worked the walk, then stole second. And the 3-1 on the way, and that one is going to be just on the outside corner. Ochoa watches it into the glove of Jimenez, and that'll run the count full. So if it's close now, you've got to go for it. Plate protection mode. Doesn't spoil a pitch or 2 off, and till you get one you can handle or one that you know for sure is a ball so you can get on. That's what Lovington needs as base runners, trailing 4-0 as the payoff pitch on the way, swung on. That one is going to be popped up on the infield as Morales comes over, and a question about who had it. Nobody called it. Madrid, Morales, Jimenez all there, and nobody called it. Really, that probably should have been Morales's. Madrid could have called him off as well. And instead, they will let it fall foul, and so Ochoa will live to see another pitch. Sometimes, you get the lucky break. Either team, they both had some of those errors where nobody's called, so we'll reset, and the payoff pitch once again swung on, and that's a hard shot on the ground. It's going to come to the second baseman, Fierro. He'll fire it over to first to Madrid in time. So scored 4-3 for out number 3. Lovington puts a man in scoring position, but can't move him around. We've played 2. It's Artesia 4, Lovington nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth and city of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Looking for tubing testing and scanning in the Permian Basin? Call Empire Services. Empire's been in business since 2012 and has maintained the professional and dependable service company for tubing testing and scanning. Empire Services, a proud supporter of all Lovington High School athletics. The team at Empire Services wishes the Cat athletes the best of luck this season. Don't forget, if you're in need of tubing testing and scanning, call Empire Services at 575-318-6465, 318-6465. Hey, all you Lovington Wildcat fans! Lovington sports are in full swing, and at the Lovington schools, they'd like for you to come out and cheer on the Lovington Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on the Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget to support the Lovington schools and the Lovington Wildcats.
For the Cats in the second inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, one runner left on. We head to the third. It'll be Simon Jimenez leading off, followed by Robert Morales, then Marcos Tavera. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Artesia. And so the first pitch from Aceves is going to be low for ball one. Jimenez popped out to Brito at third, back in the first, so he is 0 for 1. And is now a 1-ball, no strike count. And the wind and the pitch, and that one is going to be in there at the knees. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-ball, 1 strike count. Top of the third inning, just underway, 4-0 Artesia in the lead. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one going to be swung on and lifted high in the air to shallow center field. Sanchez with the shades down, comes into the hole and has a long way to run, but makes the grab on the fly out to center for out number 1. So that'll bring Robert Morales, the pitcher, to the plate. Going to look to help his own cause. He grounded out to the second baseman, Ochoa, to end the first inning. So Morales going to look to help his own cause out as he'll step into the right side box. Aceves quickly ready, and the first pitch is going to be in the dirt. Matter of fact, bounces about 6 feet in front of the plate for ball 1 to Morales. Kind of spiked that one, as they say. 1-ball, no strike count. There is 1 down. We are in the top of the third inning. District doubleheader, game number 1. Aceves ready to go, and he will fire, and that one is going to be low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes the count. Quickly 1 down here in the third. Lovington would love to get a 1-2-3 quick inning, get the offense back out on the field, see if they can get the sticks going. And the pitch 2-0, and that one swung on a high hopper. Brito handles it at third. The sidearm sling to Tavera at first in time. 5-3 for out number 2. So now 2 down as Marcos Tavera for Artesia will step to the plate, their third baseman. So Marcos Tavera to the plate. Puts the right foot pretty much right on the back line and right on the plate line. And Aceves will kick and fire. The fastball missing away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Sanchez shading slightly over towards left. Everybody else pretty much their normal positions with 2 down. And the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. Good pitch. Evens the count at 1-1. The fastball. And hit Tavera just right over the top of it. So a 1-ball, 1 strike count. Lovington trying to hold it right here at 4-0. And the pitch, and that one is going to miss low for ball 2. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Game 1 of this doubleheader. We're in the top of the third inning. Lovington the home team, but we are in Artesia. As the 2-1 pitch swung on and getting a piece of that one, fouling it off the plate, is Tavera to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tejada will run back and collect the ball, get it back out to Jonathan. And Victor will walk back into the catching box behind the plate on the turf here at Brainerd Park in Artesia. The big deep breath from Aceves, and he'll deal the 2-2, and that's going to be a line shot, going to find its way through into left center. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Rounding first, heading to second is Tavera. Getting to it is Sanchez, and he will heave it in, but it is a 2-out double to left for Marcos Tavera, and it'll be Nye Estrada to the plate. Estrada had an RBI single to left his last time up. So Estrada 1 for 1. Steps to the plate with Artesia trying to do some 2-out damage to the Wildcats. Of course, the Cats haven't had the season that they wanted, but would love to get a little redemption against a big rival here in Artesia. Aceves from the stretch looks into Tejada. Victor gives him the sign. Jonathan ready. He'll check the runner, now come to the plate, swung on. That one is off the fist and going to be scooping it up. Brito gets it, fires across the diamond to Tavera in time. 5-3 for out number 3. So Artesia threatens with 2 outs but comes up empty. We've played 2.5. It's Artesia 4, Lovington nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
In the top of the third inning, Artesia, no runs on one hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Lovington will turn the lineup over. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Cats, Brito, Garcia, and Tejeda. So Diego worked the opening walk against Morales to start the game. He'd love to do the same. Then he was part of a 4-6-3 twin killing. And so Brito will step in, and Morales ready to go. He'll fire the first pitch and checks it up. They ask for an appeal, and nope, they're going to say that he checked it. And so it'll be ball one. A 1-ball, no strike count as the appeal down to first. They said nope, he didn't break the plane. Did not commit. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one swung on. That'll be a chop shot. Estrada handles it deep in the hole. It's short. The long throw to Madrid at first. He stretches out and will somehow stay in contact with the bag long enough to get it. It'll be 6-3 for out number one. So that'll bring Luis Garcia to the plate. Garcia grounded into the double play back in the first, so he is 0 for 1. So Luis, the second baseman, rather the shortstop for the Cats. It's from the left, and so he'll settle into that left side box. The open stance, and the first pitch from Morales is going to be low for ball one. 1 ball, no strike count. 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. Artesia in the lead over the Wildcats. As Garcia back in, Morales with the sign from Jimenez will deal, and that one's going to be a hard shot on the ground, but right to Madrid at first. He'll take it himself and tap the bag, and quickly there are 2 away for the Wildcats here in the bottom half of the third inning. So that'll bring Victor Tejeda to the plate. Victor walked his last time up, then his courtesy runner Weiser was left stranded over at third. And so it'll be Tejeda to the plate as Victor with the open stance sets up right at the front of the box, and the first pitch, and that one's going to be in there, belt high, called strike one. Good fastball from Morales. Let too many good pitches go through the early going of this one. Second pitch to Tejeda. That one's going to bounce a foot or so in front of the plate and even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we saw Aceves spike one last inning. So I guess it was Morales' turn to spike one this inning. Or this half inning, I should say. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Victor at the plate. Tejeda waggles the bat along as Morales deals. And that curveball going to be up high. It'll be ball 2. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Thanks for being with us on a warm afternoon here in Artesia. District matchup. Must win for the Bulldogs. And the Cats would love nothing more than to maybe spoil the Bulldog playoff party. And that off-speed pitch is going to nip the inside corner. Good pitch from Morales. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. As Tejeda awaits the pitch and the twirl, and that's going to be in there, and it's going to get away from the catcher. It'll be the strikeout, and then it gets airmailed, and so it will go in the books as a K, but the error is going to let Tejeda reach, so the throwing error, and so Lovington has a 2-out man on as Weiser will check in to run, so the K will go into the book. It'll be the 4th strikeout of the game for Morales, but Jimenez corralled it and then rushed the throw a little bit. Didn't have real good position on it either. And so Madrid not able to hang on to it. And so with the throwing error, Weiser on to run for Tejeda. And so now it'll be Tavera to the plate. He had the infield single last time up. He is 1 for 1, was left stranded. So Morales going to hop off the rubber. Lookweiser back over to first. So now Lovington going to try and get something going with 2 outs. Here in this bottom of the third inning, trailing by 4. Morales will kick and fire, and that one is going to bounce. He spiked another one, and that one's going to go all the way to the wall. Weiser in at second on the wild pitch. And it's ball 1 at the plate to Jordy. So a couple of spike balls from Morales here in this half inning. Now Lovington's going to try and take advantage of them. Morales doing it, I think, throwing the curveball, or maybe overthrowing the fastball a little bit. He's got a good fastball. He's also got a very good, effective curve. Doesn't use it a lot. The 1-0 pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up on the infield. Charging in is Fierro. He's going to be called off by Madrid, who will take it in the infield grass for out number 3. So Lovington puts a man on and gets him in scoring position, but leaves him stranded. We've played 3. It's Artesia 4, Lovington 0. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
General Welding Supply, Inc., the only locally owned and operated welding supply shop in Lee County. Why is shopping local important? There are many reasons. Shopping local keeps your dollar right here in Lee County. The staff at General Welding Supply shops the same stores you do. How about support? General Welding Supply supports local by sponsoring schools and youth sports. Shop General Welding Supply in Hobbs and Lovington. General Welding Supply, a proud supporter of Lovington sports. Find them fast at names and numbers.
In the bottom of the third, Lovington, no runs, no hits, 1 error committed by Artesia, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the 4th. It's Artesia leading this one 4-0. I'm TJ Miracle from here at Brainerd Park for baseball this afternoon. Don Morgan across the parking lot over at the softball complex. Both of us on HobbsAmerica.com, the Lovington Sports Channel. Of course, we're on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel for baseball. Softball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Leading it off for Artesia here in this top of the 4th inning. It'll be Caden Lecker. He'll be followed by Trenton Knowlton, then Devin Fierro, 8-9-1 due up. Lecker with a double last time up, and Ding Dong going to get hit right in the 4 in the back, and so the hit by pitch. And just like that, Artesia will have a base runner here in this 4th inning. And so now to be Trenton Knowlton to the plate. He grounded out to short his last time up. So Knowlton, as we mentioned, 0 for 1, grounded out his last time at the plate. So the runner at first is going to be Letcher over at first. So he's going to get a pretty good lead over there, about a step and a half. Tavera going to hold him on as Aceves from the stretch, and the pickoff attempt and back in is Letcher as he'll dive back in head first. Top of the 4th inning. As the wind and the first pitch is showing bunting. Fouling it off is going to be Knowlton. That'll be strike 1. No ball, 1 strike count. So the 0-1 count. We are underway here in the top of the 4th inning. Runner at first. Letcher reached when he was hit by the very first pitch of the inning. So it's a no-ball, 1 strike count to Knowlton at the plate. As Aceves taking his time, gets the sign from Tejeda. Another pickoff attempt. Letcher going to dive back in again. So Fletcher, not sure he's getting nearly enough of a lead to have Aceves be quite that worried about him. He does have pretty good speed out there from what I understand. Showing bunt and laying it down. It'll be a good one as Aceves is going to get to it. Fire it over to Tavera at first, but he will lay the sacrifice down. And so the sacrifice, he's out 1-3 for out number one, but it will put Fletcher into scoring position. So that'll turn the lineup over. Devin Fierro will step in. He singled in the first, had a sacrifice in the second, the sac RBI. So he's 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored and a couple of stolen bases. Fletcher over at second. And so with one down here in this top of the fourth inning, Artesia trying to tack some more on. Lovington trying to keep that from happening. Already trailing 4-0. So back to the top, and again, hopping off the mound is Aceves. Fletcher really giving him fits out there on the base paths. So one down. You worry more about the guy at the plate here. Don't have to worry about him so much till he gets to third, and the pitch and showing bunt and fouling it off is Fierro. So the Bulldogs choosing to play small ball here. And wow, they're going to say that he actually missed that, so no foul, and Fletcher will move over to third. So it's a no ball, one strike count. I thought he'd fouled it. He did not. He missed it entirely. So it's an 0-1 count to Fierro. Now you do have to worry about the squeeze and the wind in the pitch. That fastball going to be away and even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Artesia trying to add to a 4-0 lead on a warm afternoon doubleheader baseball here in Artesia. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one is going to be away for ball 2. A 2 ball, 1 strike count. 1 down, but a runner at third for Artesia. Fletcher reached when he was hit by the pitch. And the 2-1 on the way, and that one is going to run outside for ball 3. So that'll run the count 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's Aceves, you can't nibble away here. Fierro with good speed, though. As the 3-1, the kick and the delivery on the way, and that one's going to be outside, ball 4. So Fierro will work the walk. If I'm not mistaken, and I am not, that is the first walk issued this afternoon by Aceves, and here comes Coach Deck. And that may be it for Jonathan. So with nobody, or rather 1 down. And so, yeah, well, I guess he's going to leave Jonathan in there. Just wants to talk a little strategy. About 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we will have game number 2. Now this 2-game doubleheader. The doubleheader implies 2 games. It's been a long day. So now it'll be Josh Madrid to the plate as the conference at the mound is over. As Coach Deck has made sure that Jonathan knows exactly what he wants to do. So dogs on the corners. Cats trying to get out of a jam here with 1 down. Aceves still on the hill. Pickoff attempt as Tavera has to pop up to get that one, and Fierro scampers back over to first. That's a very dangerous throw, because even a little bobble is probably going to score the man at third. So Aceves is going to stay out of the stretch. He is going to check the runners to Hayda and faking the throw and then spinning around and thinking about throwing it to Brito over at third. Everybody back safe as the ball stays in. As the umpire has said, it's a balk, and so the balk will end it, put a run in the balk. So he popped out, and it is a balk, and a balk scores the 5th run of the ball game for Artesia. That one's tough. Is Coach Deck going to come out and ask for an explanation? But yowza. And so he came off and faked the throw to first and then spun around and faked the throw to third. I think they're going to say he started look to him like he started the motion. And so the balk is called, and so balks in a run. That's a tough one, and it keeps a man in scoring position. And so now the umpire going to explain to Jonathan exactly what he saw and what he did. And so that puts a man at second and scores the run as Josh Madrid now still at the plate awaiting his first pitch. That's a tough one. I think I've seen them all this year. The Cats have just not been able to get a break in this 2021 season, and the first pitch will be outside, ball one to Madrid. A 1-ball, no strike count. Cats have had kind of a rough go of it, but still out there playing, still out there fighting. And right now trying to play spoiler to Artesia, trailing 5-0 as the pitch, and the 1-0 is going to be outside for ball two. But now it's a 2-ball, no strike count. We are in the top of the fourth inning. So Aceves trying to settle back in. Going to check on Fierro. Now Fierro goes, and the hit and run was on, as that one is going to be scalded foul behind the Artesia dugout, and it'll run the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Lovington trying to get out of this one with no more damage being done. Top of the fourth inning. Artesia would love nothing more than to keep the line moving. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Of course, you can see the scoreboard on the video screen. They are having a little issue with it. And the 2-1 pitch, and that one's going to be outside for ball 3. You gotta love technology. It's great when it works, but often it doesn't. So I think we have a score update from across the street with a 1-0 score, Artesia over Lovington. Apparently the scoreboards are cross-talking, and the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped in the air to shallow left field. Coming in is Nava, and Damian will make the grab. I think the wind kind of played with that one. Damian had to make some pretty nifty moves out in left to get to that one, but he does for out number 2. So 2 away, and so that'll bring Damian Molina to the plate. Molina with a double and an RBI in the first, and then grounded out in the second, so he is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Now the number 3 hitter, center fielder for this Artesia team. Runner at second, it's Fierro. Moved to second on a balk. As Aceves will kick and fire, and that'll be ball 1 to Molina. So a 1-ball, no strike count. As Molina at the plate. Aceves taking his time. Tejeda sets up over the outside corner, and Aceves going to come off the mound and work Fierro back to second. There are 2 down for the Bulldogs. We are in the top of the fourth. Yes, we are in Artesia, but the Bulldogs are the visiting team. It's supposed to be at our place, and the pitch, and that one's going to be outside, ball 2. Oh, a 2-ball, no strike count for Aceves. He's gotten to 2 outs. Has to put the balk behind him and just worry about throwing strikes. The defense has been with him today. So it's a 2-ball, no strike count. Aceves kicks and fires, and that one is going to be up and away, ball 3. And so it's a 3-0 count. So I have to see if the take sign is going to be on for Molina here. Usually the heart of your lineup might let him go ahead and take a rip at it, but if it looks good, runner goes, and the 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike, and the ball is going to be thrown away. It's going to go out into left field, and a throwing error is going to score another run. The E2, and so 2 errors for Lovington, the balk and then the throwing error, has scored another run for Artesia. You cannot have those at all. And so now it's a 3-ball and 1 strike count to Damian Molina at the plate. Tejeda set up over the inside, 3-1 on the way, and that fastball is going to run inside, ball 4. And so Molina will work the walk, and now it'll be Simon Jimenez to the plate. Jimenez 0 for 2, popped out to Brito, and then flew out to Sanchez, who popped out to third, flew out to center, so he's 0 for 2, but would love nothing more than to see if he could keep the line moving. And Artesia would love nothing more to see if they can get a little 2-out rally moving along here. And so Jimenez going to adjust the helmet, get it back on. I could have adjusted my headsets a little bit here. So Molina over at first, not much of a lead. Tavera going to hold him on. Aceves from the stretch. Going to set a little bit lower now around the belt and comes off and fires over to first, and diving back in is Jimenez. And so the throw over. Again, Lovington has really spent a lot of time this afternoon worrying about the base runners. Artesia, pretty good team speed. They are not afraid to take off when the opportunity presents itself. And the pitch, and that one is going to be low and away, ball one. So right now, Aceves struggling to find the strike zone just a little bit. Got to think that maybe after this half inning that Aceves may be done after 4 complete. And the line in the pitch, and that one is going to run inside for ball 2. So a 2-ball and no strike count. Runner at first is Molina, who worked the walk. A balk gets a run in, an error gets a second run in, and makes it 6-0 in favor of Artesia. So Tejeda set up over the outside. Pretty good lead over at first. Tavera holds the runner on. Throw over and back in safely is Molina. With 2-ball, no strike count to Jimenez at the plate. And again, if you can see the scoreboard, it's actually the girls' scoreboard that's coming in. A good pitch as that fastball is going to nip the outside corner for strike one. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. As sitting right at the back of the box is Jimenez, the cleanup hitter. 2-1 is the count. Aceves gets his sign. He's ready. And the 2-1, that's going to be in the dirt, and it's going to bounce and get away from Tejeda and go back to the screen. So on the passed ball, that'll put a man in scoring position, and it's ball 3 to Jimenez. I don't see any Lovington bullpen action. Of course, most of our pitchers are in the field. So nobody warming up, but Coach Deck looking on from the dugout as Aceves sets and fires, and that one is going to be low for ball 4. And so back-to-back walks as Artesia in business with 2 outs. So now it'll be Robert Morales to the plate, 0 for 2, grounded out to Ochoa in the first, then grounded out to Brito to in the third. So he's ended 2 half innings. It is 0 for 2. So Morales, the pitcher, with a chance to really help his own cause here with runners at first and second. Jimenez at first, Molina at second. We will have a courtesy runner check into the ball game. That's going to be Cody Watson checking into courtesy run. So Watson to courtesy run for the catcher Jimenez. So now Morales will step to the plate as Ochoa going over to keep Molina honest over at second. Garcia shades over, 2 down, and the first pitch swung on, and Morales swings out of his shoes for strike 1. I think he was trying to make this a 9-0 ball game and just tips it foul. With a no-ball, 1 strike count. If you're Artesia, you just want to keep the line moving if you can. It's a no-ball, 1 strike count as we click to about 10 minutes after 6 o'clock on this Tuesday evening, game 1 of this doubleheader. So Aceves takes his time, and the 0-1, and that one is going to be low. Gets away and through the 5-hole of Tejeda. And basically, he'll be able to just reach through and grab it. Doesn't get past him, so the runners will stay at first and second. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Cats trailing 6-0. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Tejeda down, given the signs. That's Watson. Pretty good lead at first, and the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be fouled down the third baseline. Glad that one went foul. That one had double on written all over it. And so that'll run the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. So now Aceves with some choices. This may be the time you see him pull out the rarely used but often effective slider. He's got a pretty good curveball too. See if he can get Morales. You don't want to waste one here. I think you just want to go after him, be aggressive. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 on, 2 down, and 2 across for Artesia in the 4th, which is 2 times 2. So a lot of 2s on the board. And the pitch, that curveball is in there. Yes, sir. Ring him up and sit him down. Second K of the ball game for Aceves, and it'll end the top of the fourth inning. But 2 more runs come across for Artesia as we head to the bottom of the fourth. It's Artesia 6, Lovington yet to score. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcacnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
For Artesia in the top of the fourth inning, 2 runs, no hits, 2 errors committed by the Wildcats, and Artesia leaves 2 runners stranded. So we head to the bottom of the fourth inning for the Wildcats. Due up, it'll be Aceves, Sanchez, and Nava. So it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for Lovington, needing to get on the board and see what they can do here. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on this Tuesday evening. Baseball action here in southeastern New Mexico. There's a little bit of a delay getting everybody out there. So Aceves going to lead things off, and we'll be ready to go. Of course, coming up here in just 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we'll have game 2 of this doubleheader. 2 Lovington doubleheaders going on here in Artesia today. Across the street, the girls also playing today. And the wind and the first pitch to Aceves is going to be high for ball 1. Well, 1 ball, no strike count. Aceves at the plate. He struck out to end the first 0 for 1, but would like to help his own cause. The wind and the pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped out of play over on the right side, and evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lovington trailing. But Artesia not running away with it as of yet. This Cat team, if they can get hot, they can make up these runs in a hurry, as the 1-1 pitch swung on and missed, as a good curveball from Morales, and Aceves swings behind it, and it'll be a 1-2. So now it'll be interesting to see if Morales goes into attack mode on 1 and 2. He's got a very effective changeup. And the 2-1, and that one is in there. Called strike 3 through the curveball again, and it broke away and down. And Aceves watches it. That'll be the 4th strikeout of the game for Morales, and there is 1 down for the Cats here in this bottom half of the 4th inning. Now it'll be Gilbert Sanchez to the plate. Sanchez 0 for 0, walked and was left stranded back in the second. He does have a stolen base. First pitch to Gilbert. He's going to show bunt, pulls it back, and that fastball will be outside for ball 1. So a 1 ball, no strike count. Outfield for the Bulldogs, playing about halfway back, pretty much their normal positions. Infield, pretty much normal. Tavera in on the grass at third, and the pitch, and that breaking ball is going to be in there. Evens the count at 1-1. As Morales, I think, finding a little bit more confidence in that curveball. And that could spell trouble for the Cats. And the 1-1 pitch, and that fastball is going to just miss low and in for ball 2. And so Gilbert Sanchez settles in, back in as Morales looks in, gets the sign from Jimenez, who sets up outside, and that one is going to go fly away for ball 3. So a 3 ball, 1 strike count. So 3-1 the count, 1 down for the Cats here in this bottom of the 4th. Trying to get a little something, anything going. 3-1 pitch on the way, and that'll be up high. Ball 4, and Gilbert will work his second walk of the ball game. I'll learn how to talk before the end of this one, at least I'll try to. Is Damian Nava to the plate. Damian 0 for 1 was a strikeout victim back in the second. So runner at first will be Sanchez. As Morales now from the stretch works a little slower when he's got traffic on. Sanchez will slide back in as Morales off the rubber. No throw over to first as Madrid does hold Gilbert on over there. First pitch to Nava, shows bunt, lays it down, and it'll be a beaut right up the third baseline. And the throw is going to be offline as Madrid has to climb the ladder to get it. Not sure he would have gotten him anyway, and so the infield bunt single works for Nava, and that'll put runners at first and second. So the Cats in business here. Now it'll be Ryan Marquez to the plate. Marquez 0 for 1. Be interesting to see if Coach Deck chooses to go small ball here. Marquez does have the ability to bunt. He's got a couple of sack bunts this season, but he's got good speed too. So we'll see what they choose to do here with 2 on and nobody out. Or rather with 1 out. And the first pitch, he'll show bunt, and he'll cue shot it off the end of the bat and foul for strike 1. Oh, an 0 ball, 1 strike count. Score update, I believe, from next door. I believe Lovington having trouble with Artesia 7-0 over on the softball field. Of course, that game available at HobbsAmerica.com, the Lovington Sports tab. Also on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. 6-0 our score here. Marquez at the plate, trailing 0-1 in the pitch. That one's going to be up high to Ryan. Even things up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Marquez at the plate. Throws righty, hits lefty. Runner at first is Nava. Runner at second is Sanchez. As setting at the letters is Morales. Kicks and fires. That fastball going to be away for ball 2. Now 2-1 the count. Lovington threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. Trailing, but still fighting, trying to get some runs on the board. As the 2-1 popped up in front of the plate and not even having to go anywhere, Jimenez takes about 3 steps. And then did they double him off? Yes, they did. As Nava too far off and is out 2-3. And so it is a 2-3 double play. Wow. So Lovington threatens but will come up empty in the 4th. A base running error cost the Cats. We head to the 5th. It's Artesia 6, Lovington nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Looking for tubing testing and scanning in the Permian Basin? Call Empire Services. Empire's been in business since 2012 and has maintained the professional and dependable service company for tubing testing and scanning. Empire Services, a proud supporter of all Lovington High School athletics. The team at Empire Services wishes the Cat athletes the best of luck this season. Don't forget, if you're in need of tubing testing and scanning, call Empire Services at 575-318-6465, 318-6465.
In the bottom of the 4th, the Wildcats, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1 runner on. A base running error that leads to a double play ends the inning. And so leading it off for Artesia, it'll be Marcos Tavera. It'll be followed by Nye Estrada, then Caden Lecter. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 due up for Artesia here in their half of the 5th. The Bulldogs leading this one 6-0. They'd love to punch some more across. Lovington would love nothing more than to just shut them down as the Chavez still on the hill as we start this 5th inning. And the line in the first pitch, that one is going to be low and skips into the mask of Tejeda. Nice job by Victor to block ball 1. Of course, nobody on, so no harm, no foul. Doesn't get past him. Tavera 2 for 2, a couple of doubles in this ball game. And the pitch swung on, and that's a shot. Going to go into center field. Sanchez charges in and will toss it back in quickly, but it is a quick single for Tavera. And so that'll bring up Nye Estrada to the plate. Estrada grounded out to end the 3rd. had an RBI single and scored in the second. So Estrada 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored in this one. Runner at first is Tavera. He'll get a little bit of a lead over there from the stretch as Chavez, and he'll go, and that'll be a pop-up, and going over and making the grab is Tejeda, who immediately looked to toss it over to first. Tavera, though, scampering back quickly. Wouldn't that be something? 2 pop-out double plays. So Estrada pops it up, and that will be out number 1 on the pop 2. Kind of a lost art anymore for the sacrifice bunt a lot of times. So now it'll be Caden Letcher to the plate. Doubled back in the second, had an RBI, hit by a pitch and scored. So he scored a couple of times. He's 1 for 1 in this one. Runner over at first is Tavera. There is one down here in the top of the 5th. And the pickoff attempt, and back in sliding head first is Tavera. The big sweep tag by Tavera. Tavera and Tavera. Tavera holds on Tavera. Over at first. So I believe score update coming in from across the street. We'll get to it in just a minute. Sure, and he'll swing that one, and the little in-out swing, and fouls it off. Handled down in the third base coaching box for strike 1. Oh, no ball, 1 strike count. There is one down. A leadoff single by Tavera. He stays at first. Then Estrada popped out on an attempted bunt for the first out. So now Letcher at the plate. There's Artesia looking to do some more damage. As Aceves sets at the belt, kicks and fires, fastball away for ball 1. Oh, 1 ball, 1 strike count. Just a few little mistakes and difference in this one. Not anything other than the 2 errors last inning, but guys not calling balls and just letting them fall in. Some running mistakes. 1-1 pitch inside. Makes it a 2 ball, 1 strike count. So 2-1 the count. They're doing everything they can to stay in this one. Artesia would like to end this one early if possible. So it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Letcher at the plate. Runner at first is Tavera. Chavez with the sign from Tejeda. Kicks and deals. Swung on. That one is going to be driven into deep left field. That one is going to fall fair. That's going to go all the way to the wall. That should get 1 run around as Letcher heading around second. He's heading into third, and he has got an RBI triple as Letcher with the triple. He laced that one down the left field line as Nava got to it as quickly as he could out to the 252 mark. But the RBI triple, and that'll make this a 7-0 ball game in favor of Artesia. Now Letcher stands at third. So Trenton Nolan to the plate, 0 for 1. Grounded out in the second, had a sac bunt in the fourth. So 1 down, and the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up on the infield. Coming over is Aceves. He's going to be called off by Tejeda, and so Knowlton with the pop out for out number 2. So Tejeda with credit him for both the outs thus far in this inning. And it'll turn the lineup over to Devin Fierro. Fierro single in the first, a sac RBI in the second, and then walked in the fourth. He's scored a couple of times too. He's going to be 1 for 1 in the first pitch, and that'll be in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count to Fierro at the plate. So runner at third is Letcher. Aceves back from just the regular wind. Gets his sign from Tejeda. The kick and the pitch swung on. That'll be a slow roller foul. Nice job by Coach Deck to handle that one. Gets it back out to Jonathan on the mound. And the count evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 outs, but a man at third. Artesia has put a run across. They lead 7-0. Kick and the pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up on the infield as Aceves calls everybody off and comes almost all the way into home plate and will make the grab for out number 1, but a run comes across. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Artesia 7, Lovington nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Hey, all you Lovington Wildcat fans! Lovington sports are in full swing, and at the Lovington schools, they'd like for you to come out and cheer on the Lovington Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on the Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget to support the Lovington schools and the Lovington Wildcats.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
For Artesia in the top of the fifth, they get one run on 2 hits, no errors committed by the Wildcats, and 1 runner left on. So we head to the bottom of the fifth. Artesia leading this one 7-0. Leading it off for the Cats, it'll be Cayman Ochoa. It'll be followed by Diego Brito, then Luis Garcia. It is 9-1-2. Due up for the Wildcats. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to be with you from Artesia this afternoon. Dawn Morgan also with us. She's across the street at the softball game. As Jimenez going to set up outside as Morales still on the hill, and his first pitch will be high to Cayman for ball 1. Let me get the sides flipped there. There we go. And it's a 1-ball, no strike count. Ochoa grounding out back in the second. Pitch from Morales, and that one is going to bounce off the plate for ball 2. So a 2-ball, no strike count. 9-1-2 due up for the Cats, trailing by 7. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Ochoa saddles back in, bends the knees, leans back just a little bit, and Morales on the pitch, and that one's going to be high for ball 3. Morales having a pretty good outing. Too many walks, though. 4 walks in the ball game. Giving up a couple of singles, and the pitch, and ding-dong, ouch. That's going to come in and get Ochoa. So the number 9 batter Ochoa hit by the pitch, and so he will head down to first. So shades of the 4th inning for Artesia, where they started with a leadoff hit by pitch. So that'll turn the lineup over for Diego Brito. Diego walked to start the game, then grounded out in the 3rd. So Brito with the open stance. We'll settle in. Timeout taken on the field. Ochoa over at first. Pretty speedy runner over there. Madrid will hold him on. Let's see what Mark Cayman's going to get. Gets about a step and a half. And the pickoff attempt, Ochoa back in. Madrid, kind of the half-hearted tag, but holds it on, the freshman, for quite a while. He keeps it on. And so the line in the first pitch, Diego will take that one. It is deep to left center. Going over is Molina on the run. Will make the grab about 3/4 of the way back in left center. And so the fly out to center for out number 1. Ochoa has to scamper back to first. Pretty good pitch to handle there. Brito just couldn't get quite enough of a shot on it. It's a little bit humid here in Artesia today. And the wind not blowing just a whole lot. You're going to have to jack one pretty good to get it out as Garcia steps in, pickoff attempt. As Morales worrying about Ochoa pretty good over there. He'll slide back in safely under the tag of Madrid. There is one down here in the bottom of the 5th. Cats trying to get something going as the first pitch to Garcia is going to miss outside, ball 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count. Garcia at the plate. Ochoa hit by the pitches over at first. About a step and a half, and another quick toss over. Ochoa back in safely. Rivera going to hold Madrid going to hold the tag on him for quite a long time. Making sure he never loses contact with the plate. 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one is going to be popped up into shallow center field. It's carrying pretty good. Having to take about 4 steps over into the gap is Molina. So Garcia goes after a high fastball and gets one that carries quite a ways. Didn't look like he got as much of that one, but it carried away. So back-to-back flyouts And there are 2 down for the Cats here in this bottom half of the 5th inning. So now to be Victor Tejeda to the plate. Victor walked in the first, struck out, but reached on an error in the third when it got away from the catcher, and then a wild throw. First pitch to Victor, fastball letter high, right down the pipe, strike 1. That's the pitch you want to tee off on. Morales will throw those. Another pickoff attempt. Ochoa is just wearing Morales out on the mound. We've seen some of the Artesia runners do that to Aceves. So Morales getting a little of his medicine there, his own medicine, as swinging over the top of that one. Tejeda fouls off strike 2. Took a pretty good rip at it, but just got it with the bottom of the barrel and drove it down and back into foul territory. So 0-2 the count. 2 down, runner at first is Ochoa. Slightly open stance for Tejeda as Molina sets up at the chin. Runner goes as that one is going to be in the turf. No throw down, so Ochoa going to move into scoring position with the stolen base. So Lovington trying to get a man moved along. So far through 4 complete, they have stranded 5 runners. So they've had some traffic on the base paths. They've just yet to be able to move anybody in. Only 2 hits thus far in this ball game. So it's a 1-ball and 2 strike count to Tejeda. As Morales eyes it, he'll fly the 1-2, and it'll even it up at 2-2. No, a 2-ball, 2 strike count. Fierro gonna shade over towards second, keep Ochoa honest over there. Morales taking a moment out on the mound. Little glove adjustment there. So he's got all the equipment worked out. He's ready to go now. So a 2-ball, 2 strike count to Tejeda at the plate. Jimenez gives the sign. 2-2 pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up over on the right side. Fierro drifts towards the bag at second and will make the grab on the pop out for out number 3. So Lovington puts the leadoff man on but can't move him around. We head to the 6th. It's Artesia 7, Lovington nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
In the bottom of the 5th, the Wildcats, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the 6th inning. Artesia up in this one 7-0. It'll be Madrid, Molina, and Jimenez. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Bulldogs in their half of the 6th. Just a reminder, about 30 minutes after the completion of Game 1, we will have Game number 2 for you from right here at Brainerd Park in Artesia. Lovington is the home team today. Supposed to be at our place, but due to no umpires available in Lee County, we moved it over here. So thanks to Artesia for allowing us to do that. Artesia needing these games too, trying to keep pace with Goddard in the district race. So Madrid will step in. He flew out his last time up. He is 1 for 3. He'll show bunt and lay it down the third baseline, and handling it and tossing it over, but not in time, is Aceves. If he bare hands it, I think he might have a chance at it, but he picked it up with the glove instead, so it'll be the infield bunt single for Josh Madrid. So the bunt single, and that will put Artesia in business. So now it'll be maybe in Molina to the plate. Molina doubled in the first, grounded out in the second, and then walked in the fourth. So he's 1 for 2. The runner at first, Molina. The Bulldogs will play small ball. Up by 7 runs and the first pitch. As I say that, he is going to sky that one out to deep left field. Nava goes over and will make the grab in time, as Nava having to do some major adjusting, fighting the sun and also the wind. So a long fly out to left for out number one. So that'll bring Simon Jimenez to the plate. Jimenez 0 for 2, popped out in the first, flew out to center in the third, and then walked and was left stranded in the fourth. So 0 for 2 officially. Runner at first is Madrid, who reached on the bunt single. One down here in this sixth inning. Infield at double play depth. Sanchez shading well over towards left. Of course, kind of a short center field here, just 355 as the pickoff attempt. Runner goes, the throw over, not going to be in time. And so the stolen base by Madrid. They tried to get him in the rundown. Good speed by Madrid, and he will be safe as the throw a little bit off the line from Tavera. So a stolen base on the offline pickoff attempt. And so that'll put a man in scoring position. So Jimenez still awaits his first pitch at the plate. Madrid with good speed. Normally don't see a first baseman with that kind of speed. And he'll fake going again, and they may get him in the rundown once again, as it'll be the pitcher to the shortstop to the third baseman, and Brito will tag him out. And so Madrid is going to be out 1-4-5 for out number 2. So they got him just a little bit anxious, and there is 2 away. Like I said, normally you don't see first baseman with that kind of speed. I should know. I was one. And so, yikes. So base running mistakes by Artesia cost them an out. We'll take it for the Wildcats. And so now the base is cleared, and the first pitch to Jimenez is going to be low for ball 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Bases are cleared after the fly out, and then the running error wipes out the single. And the 1-0 pitch to Jimenez on the way, and that one is going to be low and skips into the glove of Tejeda for ball 2. With 2-ball, no strike count. Top of the 6th inning. Cats trailing. Love to get the offense back on there. 2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, and over the top of it is Jimenez. And that'll be strike 1. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Out of the big swing from the cleanup hitter Jimenez, as Aceves will deal, and that fastball is going to be outside and gets away for ball 3. How big now is that out on base runners? Or on the base runner, because that would have put Madrid at third, and if he had already stolen third, might have put him home. So that a big running mistake and a big rundown for the Wildcats in this inning. The 3-1 count to Jimenez at the plate. And the 3-1 delivery swung on and missed, as Jimenez trying to put a score on the board by himself, and it'll run the count full. It's a good pitch from Aceves. Aceves just needs to keep coming after these Artesia hitters. He's got good enough stuff, and the Wildcat off defense has not let him down today as the payoff pitch swung on. That's just a little slow roller. Garcia with it, throws it on the run, pulls Tavera off the mound, but puts Jordy right in the path of Jimenez, and he will tag him out. And so it'll be 6-3 on a tag for out number 3. So Artesia puts the leadoff man on, but can't do anything on the scoreboard. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's Artesia 7, Lovington nothing. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
General Welding Supply, Inc., the only locally owned and operated welding supply shop in Lee County. Why is shopping local important? There are many reasons. Shopping local keeps your dollar right here in Lee County. The staff at General Welding Supply shops the same stores you do. How about support? General Welding Supply supports local by sponsoring schools and youth sports. Shop General Welding Supply in Hobbs and Lovington. General Welding Supply, a proud supporter of Lovington sports. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
In the top of the sixth inning for Artesia, no runs, one hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the sixth inning. It'll be Jordy Tavera, Jonathan Aceves, and Gilbert Sanchez. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Wildcats. So Tavera leads it off. He is 1 for 2, had an infield single in the first, then popped out in the third. Still on the hill is Morales for Artesian. The first pitch swung on. It's a line shot that's going to bounce in front of Fierro at second. He bobbles it, collects it, and fires it over to first. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Again, I talked about it earlier. Lovington just cannot buy a break as Fierro gets it, bobbles it, drops it, picks it up, double clutches, and still somehow manages to find time to get it over to get Tavera. And Jordy is not the slowest kid on the planet by any means. Golly, we just can't buy a break this season. So Aceves to the plate with one down, and the first pitch to Jonathan is going to be up high for ball one. Aceves 0 for 2 in the ball game. He's been a victim of 2 strikeouts, 2 of the 4 that Morales has issued today. Aceves still love to help his own cause. Jimenez sets up outside, and Morales deals. That one will be outside, but low for ball 2. The 2-ball, no strike count. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. Lovington still yet to score and still sitting stuck on 2 hits. So Morales has handcuffed him pretty good in the 2-0 pitch and takes something off of that one as the changeup will run on the inside corner and be called strike 1. Don't see that pitch a lot out of Morales, but when he has chosen to use it, it has been very effective for him. So Jimenez sets up over the middle of the plate this time with a 2-1 pitch fastball. That one's going to run low and away for ball 3. So now it's a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Cats trailing 7-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Cats are the home team. Now that's not how we have it set up on the scoreboard. We'll change that between games. And the 3-1 pitch up high, ball 4. And so Aceves will work the 1-out walk for the Cats. So that'll bring Gilbert Sanchez to the plate. Gilbert 0 for 0. He has walked twice in this one. Stolen a couple of bases. So Gilbert heads to the plate. Lovington has had some runners. Now they need to have some timely hitting. We've seen them a couple of times this season absolutely explode on the offensive side. If they could do that now, it'd be a good thing. Gilbert will show bunt, pull it back, but it's in there for strike 1. So a no-ball, 1 strike count. Runner at first is Aceves. Jonathan going to run for himself with just 1 out. He'll get about a step now. Cuts it out to about a step and a half lead. Madrid holds him on, and the throw over, pretty good attempt, and the tag put on, and Aceves gets in safely. Kind of an ugly slide over there. I'll end up turtling in a little bit, but got the hand back on the bag before the sweet tag from Madrid. The no-ball, 1 strike count to Sanchez at the plate. As the pitch swung on, and that'll be a line shot. Going to find its way through into left field. On the run, Knowlton will get it. He will fire it in. Comes to third, and it'll be corralled by Tavera. But the 1-out single for Sanchez as he just kind of hacked at that one and got it over there. So Aceves moves to second. Sanchez at first. Now it'll be Damian Nava to the plate. Nava with a bunt single back in the 4th. So Nava at the plate with the bunt single, 1 for 2 in the ball game. It's part of an odd double play as well, but now the Cats threatening with 1 out and 2 on. As Morales will pop off and fire it over to Fierro at second. Going to keep Aceves honest over there. Jonathan back in safely. First baseman not really making much of an attempt to hold on Sanchez. They are going to be looking for the ground ball double play. We've seen one of those already in this ball game. As the pitch and the fastball in the outside corner. Good pitch. Damian watches it, though. It'll be strike 1. One down for the Cats here in the bottom of the sixth, but runners at first and second. Trying to threaten and trying to chop into this 7-run Artesia lead. Morales takes his time, much more deliberate when he's got runners on. I'm Nava. I'm going to ask for timeout if he's taking that long. Instead, Morales will step off the mound, step off the rubber, and we will reset that way. Again, if the pitcher's going to take that much time, if I'm a batter, I'm asking for time and stepping out. And another pickoff attempt, and that one is in there in time, but not able to hold on to it. Estrada lets it roll through. You normally don't see pitchers with great moves to second, but Morales has one I would say that is above average. And so back in at second safely is Aceves. So we now know Morales not afraid to toss it down there if he thinks he's got to play. The arrow is right there on the bag. And so the 0-1 pitch swung on. That'll be a chop shot. That could wind up being two as the third baseman steps on third, cross the diamond, not going to be in time. And so safe is Nava. So Nava on the fielder's choice. Aceves will be out on the ground out to the third baseman Tavera. So there is two down. Sanchez will move to second and Nava at first. So two outs now. That one just hit slowly enough that, and in the right place, all Tavera could do was go to third. Lovington still with two on, but now two out and up and in to Marquez, ball one. A 1-ball, no strike count on the up and in pitch. Runner at first is Nava from the fielder's choice. Sanchez stands at second after his single, then moved over on the fielder's choice. As Marquez and the 1-0 pitch swung on, that'll be a little comebacker handled on the high hop by Morales, and will toss it to Madrid 1-3 for out number 3. Lovington threatens in the sixth, but comes up empty. We head to the seventh. Artesia in the lead of this one, 7-0. More Wildcat baseball when we return from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now a Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now a Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now a Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
The Cats threaten in the bottom of the sixth, but come up empty. No runs on one hit, no errors, and two runners left stranded on base. So we head to the seventh. Artesia up 7-0. I'm TJ Miracle leading it off. It'll be Robert Morales, be followed by Marcos Tavera. Then Nye Estrada, 5, 6, and 7. Due up for Artesia. Going to try and maybe get an insurance run or two on the board. Of course, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we will have game 2 of this big district doubleheader. Lovington trying to play spoiler. Artesia trying to keep pace with Goddard in the district race. So Morales will step in. He's 0 for 3 at the plate, and he'll take the first pitch and pop it out over our heads for strike one. So no balls, one strike. Score update coming in from across the street. A 12-1 score in favor of Artesia on the softball diamond. So the game ones of these two doubleheaders today not going the way of the Cats and Lady Cats. Of course, Lady Cats softball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and also Lovington Sports 1 at HobbsAmerica.com. And the pitch swung on and missed. A great off-speed pitch. The changeup has Morales way out in front of it. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. As Morales kind of just shakes his head like, oh, man, I should have been expecting that one. Looks to the heavens, looks to the ground, now steps back in with the open stance. A no ball, 2 strike count Have to see what Aceves and Tejeda are thinking here in the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to be in there. Yes, sir. Ring him up and sit him down. Called strike 3, third K of the ball game as Aceves came in on the attack. Of course, a lot of times when you get 0-2, the batter's like, yeah, they're going to waste a pitch. I can just put it on my shoulder. That's why I've never been a fan of doing that waste or that chase pitch. Come right after them, especially if you don't think they're expecting it. Works to perfection right there for Aceves. Now to Marcos Tavera to the plate. He is 3 for 3 on the afternoon. Has scored a couple of times too, and he'll take the first pitch, pop it up over on the right side, but that one is going out of play for strike 1. Goes out over the Artesia dugout and over the stands, but the stands completely covered here in Artesia. It'll get into the ball funnel and eventually make its way back to the field to play. 0-1 to Tavera. As Aceves shakes off the first, now he has what he wants. He'll kick and fire to Tejeda, and that's a line shot right at Brito, who puts the glove out and snaps it out of the air at third on the line out. So quickly 2 away. So now Estrada to the plate for Artesia. Estrada 1 for 3, had a single, an RBI single, I should say, in the first. Also scored, grounded out to third in the third, and then popped out to Tejeda in the fifth. So here in the seventh, 2 out, nobody on. As Aceves kicks and fires the fastball in the outside corner, that'll be strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Lovington trying to get this 1-2-3, and then try and get the bats going in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Aceves looks in, Tejeda sets up outside. The big kick and the 0-1 pitch swung on. That one's on the ground, and it's going to be Olayed by Ochoa, and that one is going to roll and keep rolling and get almost all the way to the fence. And then Marquez and Sanchez run into each other in the outfield, and so that is going to let Estrada get all the way to third. So the E4, and so now that'll put Caden Letcher at the plate. He's been really one of the biggest dog killers of the, or rather the cat killers of the day. Letcher with an RBI double and scored in the second, was hit by a pitch and scored on a balk in the fourth, then had an RBI triple in the fifth. So now trying to put the Bulldogs up by 8, get the insurance run on the board. But you know the Bulldogs are going to want. Of course, if anything scores, it will not go in Aceves' RBI ledger because of the error, and that one is going to be high in the air. That is to deep left center field. That one is going to bounce and go all the way to the wall. That will get a run in as Letcher rounds first, and he heads to second, and he's got his 3rd RBI here of game 1 on the RBI double. So that will make this an 8-0 ball game as Trenton Knowlton to the plate. Knowlton 0 for 2, grounded out to Garcia in the first, had the sack bunt in the fourth, and then popped out to Tejeda in the fifth. So Knowlton 0 for 2 with the sacrifice. So now to be Lecter over at second. And so Aceves from the stretch will kick and fire, and the curveball has Knowlton right over the top of it, strike 1. So no ball, 1 strike count. There are 2 down, but an error and then a hard double. Again, that run will not count as an earned run against Aceves because of the error. Ochoa just misplaying it. The young second baseman, that's going to happen sometimes. So 8-0 the score. Trenton Knowlton is the batter. He's down 0-1. Jonathan Aceves trying for the complete game. The line in the pitch, that one's going to be in the dirt. Or rather the turf, I should say. Even to count 1 ball, 1 strike. In the artificial turf fields, I got to remember it's turf, not dirt. Old habits die hard. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Knowlton at the plate. Letcher gets a pretty big lead over at second. Aceves will check him. Now come to the plate. Fastball right down the pipe. Strike 2 as Knowlton watches it into the glove of Victor Tejeda. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Top of the 7th inning, Artesia up by a score of 8-0. Aceves going to shake off Tejeda a couple of times. Now he's going to check on the runner at second, and he's ready to go. And the 1-2 pitch, and the curveball swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down. So a couple more strikeouts, 4 in the ball game for Aceves, but a run comes in. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's go time for the Cats. They trail 8-0. This is Wildcat Baseball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Looking for tubing testing and scanning in the Permian Basin? Call Empire Services. Empire's been in business since 2012 and has maintained the professional and dependable service company for tubing testing and scanning. Empire Services, a proud supporter of all Lovington High School athletics. The team at Empire Services wishes the Cat athletes the best of luck this season. Don't forget, if you're in need of tubing testing and scanning, call Empire Services at 575-318-6465, 318-6465. Hey, all you Lovington Wildcat fans! Lovington sports are in full swing, and at the Lovington schools, they'd like for you to come out and cheer on the Lovington Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on the Lovington Schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget to support the Lovington Schools and the Lovington Wildcats.
Welcome back after the top of the 7th inning for Artesia. They get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error committed by the Cats, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is go time for Lovington. Cayman Ochoa leads it off. He'll be followed by Diego Brito and Luis Garcia. 9-1-2 due up for the Cats. Ochoa 0 for 1. Grounded out in the 2nd, then was hit by a pitch in the 5th and stole the base, and he'll take the first pitch low for ball 1. Still a 1 ball, no strike count. Bottom of the 7th. Lovington needs to get 8 if they want to force another inning. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up on the infield as Jimenez gets rid of the mask and right in front of the plate reaches out and makes the grab and uses both hands, which that is fundamental baseball, boys and girls. And so a pop out to the catcher for out number 1. One of my pet peeves is not using 2 hands. So it'll be Diego Brito to the plate. Diego 0 for 2. He did walk in the first. Flew out his last time up, got pretty good wood on it, but right at the center fielder, Molina. So Lovington down to their final 2 outs here in this first game, and the first pitch is away for ball 1. So Molina right now working on a complete game 3-hitter and a shutout to go with it. I'm actually hoping the announcer's curse goes in and we can at least get 1 across. So Morales has pitched a pretty good game, and the pitch swung on, and it'll be a hard shot. Shortstop Estrada handles it deep in the hole, and then will skip it over. And Madrid not able to handle it, and so Brito will reach on the E6. So the throwing error, and Lovington is in business here in their half of the 7th. And so Brito going to, he's just going to go over and get rid of some of the armament over to Coach Dak. So now Luis Garcia to the plate. Garcia 0 for 3. Flew out to deep center his last time up. And you got to feel like Luis is due here. He's gotten pretty decent wood on the ball all game, but is yet to have really anything to show for it. So Garcia will step into the left side box. Brito getting a big lead over at second. We know Morales not afraid to toss it over to second. 1 out. First pitch to Garcia, and that one is going to be high for ball 1. So a 1 ball, no strike count. Second error of the ball game for Artesia. As a man in scoring position with 1 out. Garcia at the plate, and Morales going to step off the rubber and take a moment. Just figure out what he wants to do. A 1 ball, no strike count. Garcia at the plate. Brito stands at second. And so Morales gets the sign, kicks, fires, fastball. Nice job getting that one on the inside corner. Credit where credit is due. So a nice pitch there from Morales. I actually had Garcia flinching out of the way of that one. It had a little run on it. And the 1-1 pitch, and comes outside with an off-speed pitch for ball 2. Not a bad pitch selection there. Had him looking inside on the fastball, then go away with the off-speed pitch. We're trying to get the eyes moving left and right, up and down. Trying to keep them guessing. So a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Garcia is the hitter. Jimenez down, giving the sign. He sets up on the inside. 2-1 delivery, curveball. That one's going to be up high for ball 3. Again, if there's anything Morales has had any trouble with in this ball game, it has been finding the strike zone occasionally. 4 walks issued. Lovington is yet to be able to cash in on any of them, though. And the 3-1 delivery, and that one's going to be up high, ball 4, and another walk issued, so that'll put Lovington at first and second with Victor Tejeda to the plate. Victor walked in the first, reached on an error in the third, and then popped out in the fifth. So 0 for 2, but has reached base twice. And that's what Lovington needs now, is just more base runners. Just keep putting them on, keep the line moving as we click past 7 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. Also on Lovington Sports 2 at HobbsAmerica.com, as the first pitch is going to be at the letters to Tejeda for strike 1. Victor thinking that was a little bit high. The Lovington faithful thinking maybe so, but he's been consistent calling it there on both pitchers for both teams, so no complaints up here as the 0-1 pitch swung on and hit off the hands and going to be bobbled. And did they double him off? Yes, they did. It was a pop out that was bobbled, but Morales handles it. So Tejeda out on the pop 1, and then Garcia too far off first, and he is out 1-3 for out number 3. And so that will do it as Artesia wins game 1 by a final of 8-0. So we will take a quick timeout and come back and wrap this one up and get you ready for game 2. This is Wildcat Baseball.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Back here at Brainerd Park in Artesia, the Cats fall in game 1, 8-0 to Artesia. I'm TJ Miracle. Final line in this one for Artesia, 8 runs on 11 hits. They commit 2 errors, and they leave 7 runners on base. For Lovington, they get shut out, no runs, 3 hits. They commit 3 errors, and they leave 9 runners on. So 9 runners stranded. It's not like they didn't have their chances. But, hey, you know what? Other than, just some little oopsies here and there, 3 double plays playing a big part in this ball game, Lovington did look pretty good. So now they've got a little while, about 25 minutes from now, to regroup and get ready for game number 2. So we'll get ready for game number 2. We'll be back in a few minutes. This is Lovington Wildcat Baseball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.